say you fulfill the curses of Deuteronomy 28:68?
Yeah. We're the only people on earth that fit the curses in it.
The question I have about that is, does the Bible ever tell Israelites the way they should figure out they're Israelites by telling them to figure out what curses they fit?
Yeah, that says in the Bible that if you save your ships and all bondage in it.
No, I mean, does the Bible ever instruct you?
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, Barak Kakadash, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, Bashim Kakadash, Barakathum. Also, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, Barakathum to the Akim. They're out here enduring truth, sincerity. You know, double honor side elders, which are GMS. Blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching, enduring truth, sincerity once again in innumerable multitude. We there amongst tares. Man, Ahabathum to y'all Akim. May we continue pushing, man, and staying true. Okay. Yeah, man, I was watching this vocab video of him messing, scoffing the brothers in the UK. And it's all prophesied, it's all written, and see here, let's get this precept, because the main foundation is, let's see here. All right, so 2 Corinthians 13:8 says, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. So these scoffers that go on these campaigns, us prophesying, everything is all against it, all for the truth. Is just really which side you're on and what role in the movie you playing. The MP, are you an NPC, lukewarm guy, or are you the evil character, the wicked, or are you the good guys, the righteous, the superheroes, which are the Israelites, the prophets, and the elect? Okay, everybody's gonna play their part, regardless if they agree or disagree. They're not doing anything by doing that, and this proves that the spirit ain't working for vocab, because he don't realize that. Okay, so keep up the good work, man, as the apostles was referencing. But let's go over the tactics that he uses. Okay, and he likes to ask loaded questions. Okay, because what he is a scoffer. Okay, so let's see here. I wanted to get this precept as well in 1 Ezra chapter 1 and 51. It says, but they had his messengers. Okay, Salakia, but this is a situation where prophets were sent. But I'll just read it, get straight to the point, because I just want to get this. It says, but they had his messengers in derision, and look, when the Lord spake unto them, they made sport of his prophets. So far forth that he, being wroth with his people for their great ungodliness, commanded the kings of the Chaldeans to come up against him. Yeah, and that's similar to what vocab is doing. He's making sport of the prophets, whether it's on the right-hand side, left-hand side, because we scoff, these guys, but it's all edification. I don't know which direction he's going in. Well, actually, I do, because everything he does points to saying nigga shut up. That's just it. You niggas got the nerve. That's every direction it points to, because you'll have Catholic churches doing outlandish, blatantly wicked things. Okay, I could pull up countless amount of things, and you go on this page, there's nothing on it. Okay, gathering the real believers, there's nothing on it. We make him exist. Okay, we make him exist, and he helped us increase in doctrine and edification. Because once he go over something such as what he said in his video of saying, well, do the curses, indicate that you're Israelite. And this is another thing that, let's get into the word agnostic. So when you get into that word agnostic, it goes back into the word Gnostic. in itself, it says believer in a mystical religious doctrine of spiritual knowledge. Okay, when you add the a* prefix or inseparable particle, so it's pretty much on, in, or into. Okay, so you go into the word Gnostic again. It says believer in a mystical religious doctrine of spiritual knowledge. Okay, so he calls himself an agnostic. It's the same thing as a bank calling themselves a First National Bank. It's just a, self-proclaimed image. Okay, and this guy uses it to present himself in the title to say, hey, man, I know what I'm talking about. I am deep into this stuff. But at the same time, he is so unspiritual. He's so unspiritual. So he has no spiritual tendencies. I don't believe he's an Israelite just based off of the way he scams and schemes. He acts like Amalek down to the T, man. He acts like an Edomite down to the T. He will do anything to, he has a very vindictive, Edomites are very vindictive when you hurt their feelings. They'll come after you and everything that you own, behind you getting a job promotion, behind you having a good day, behind you having a fucking little bit more money than them. Don't let them be a police officer and see you in a better car than them. They'll come after you every day, destroy your life because you have a better car than them. You know what I'm saying? Like this is Edom. All right, and for him to have this relentless, perpetual hatred, which is going back to the curses, then, he kind of falls into that category, Salakia. So, let's get back to what I was going over with the loaded question. It says a form of complex question that contains a controversial assumption. Such questioning may be used as rhetorical tool. Okay, pretty much I already know the answer to it. I'm just asking you so I can counter you with something. All right. One thing that him as a scoffer, as the scriptures say, in the last days there shall come scoffers. Okay, and he's doing his job, and he's doing it, and he's making sport. Everything he says is condescending. Your little thing you're doing, or y'all made up stuff. And Esau just made up the evolution theory. He has nothing to say about it because he believes in the spiritual beginnings and everything, but he don't get on science. Science is way. If he truly believed what we're doing is off, then science is an extreme version of that, and he has nothing to say about it. That's why I said you got to look at the consistencies of things. If it's all about the right and wrongs of the spiritual annotations, then why aren't you going after these scientists? Why aren't you going after these Catholics after the Pope says that there's nothing wrong with, LGBT alphabet communities being a part of God's people when the Bible says clearly different, right? You don't have anything to say about that, or Christmas being a part of the high holy days, or Easter. You have nothing to say. But when we say we're Israelites, that the Lord is dealing with us and we're going to make it, you know what I'm saying, that the so-called white man is not going to make it, then we have to be stopped. We are ruthless people. Not the Federal Reserve. That don't have to be stopped. Not the MOTP. That don't have to be stopped. Not racism. Not the Ku Klux Klan. They don't have to be stopped. Not unfair taxes, not afflicting people, unjust and false imprisonments, not because he presents himself as he's a man of the people. So I'm bringing up all the people problems, okay? All the unholy things that's going on in this land, and we are the number one thing on the list. No, you're coming across as a guy that's bought and paid for as an agent to cause confusion to what we're doing, and you're being once I seen him pull up to the NFL, like since when did you care about niggas that bad that you had to go to the NFL to tell them don't listen to Israelites? You had to. You don't go up to the Catholic Church and say, hey, these guys is off. Hey, you get on the Israelites for you'll try to bring up an article. Oh, they'll hurt somebody. It's an article saying they hurt somebody. But, those Amalekites, so-called Israelis, are creating genocide out there, unjust killings, and you ain't had nothing to say against that. Not only didn't you not have something to say against it, but you advocated you not advocated, but you agreed and justified it. Okay? And as the scriptures say, he who bids them Godspeed is partakers of their sins. So you're talking about, you got a problem with us not hypothetically, accusing us of doing something evil, which we didn't. This is like bug outs that may have fell off, or, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody that wasn't even associated with us. But you'll say, look, they do bad things. But there's a whole nation out here bombing people, bombing children in hospitals. And you're like, yeah, but they gotta do what they gotta do, It's like, come on, man. Follow the trail. Follow the consistent patterns of vocab, man. But let's get back to it. Says such questions may be used as a rhetorical tool. The question attempts to limit direct replies to those that serve the questioner's agenda. You see, so he really wants to deal. He probably sat down in his room and got all these rebuttals and concepts together to combat going against the curses. So he's going to walk up to somebody that don't fully know how to explain it, you know what I'm saying, and then ask them. So you're saying that the curses are directly related to you being an Israelite, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a weird, like, what are you trying to say? You know what I'm saying? The curses are an implication. It's a context clue. All right, the scriptures are a context clue. The curses are a part of it. The fact that the region, the area, is a part of it. The historical connotations of Russian icons is a part of it. Okay, history is a part of it, proving that we're Israelites. But to say something like that, to make it as though that we're saying as Israelites that, it's the curses that make us Israelites, then you'll say, oh, well, everybody went into slavery. Everybody did this. Well, so what is that? And that's how that happens. Now you're playing semantics. Okay? At the end of the day, the curses do indicate there was no nation that was taken by boat anywhere. As the scripture says here, it's one of the curses that happened to us. All right, so Deuteronomy 28:68 says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt, which is known for bondage, Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So, what are we reading here? Who? Because guess what? Amalek, those people in that land, never went into slavery via ships. So if the curses, like, what's the point to reading the Bible if you don't? You got to identify somebody. If you got an APB on somebody, tall, white, blonde hair, so you mean to tell me, no, bro, we're not about to play this game. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures are context clues. And with hope and faith, we believe. All right? And this is so plain to see that it really is not a mystery. It's not hard. But he found a loophole. Really, it's not even a loophole. I don't even believe he's trying to combat against the truth. I think he's just trying to pull people out of it. Silly people. Oh, man, the curses ain't. And you get, because look at who follows him. Dumb, idiotic, out of shape, hot Taki eating niggas, man. Old generation 80s Christians, man, follows him around. People that believe in the American way. They want this place to stand, all this to unite and kumbaya like it's the time of Dr. King. These are the guys that are following him around and the Israelites that are following him around believing in that BS. You know? So ultimately, I don't believe this guy is out here trying to prove to the world that we're a farce, because he knows we're not. All right, that's why he knows to go and approach, you know, those brothers. Why aren't you going to New York by the elders, man? Okay, why don't you go to D-Town? Why don't you go to Dallas? You know, and it's I don't care how you put it. Look, bro, it's weird. It's not weird. It's eye-raising that you can look at a background in London and say, not like the Eiffel Tower background. I'm talking about a random background and say, I know where that's at. You know what I'm saying? Or look it up. No, bro, you're doing too much, right? That's a lot. So what? I don't think you just say that, okay? But at the end of the day, when we're talking about this, we're saved by hope, okay? Let's go here. He's an agnostic. We're saved by hope, Mr. Agnostic. All right? It says Romans 8:24, for we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? Because ain't nothing but an Edomite scientist mindset that he's really packaging as a spiritual mindset. Where where's the concrete evidence that you guys are Israelite? It's going to be a power struggle because it's going to have to be faith. Because it has to be resistance. If there's irrefutable concrete evidence, we wouldn't be here right now. Because Esau would have definitely had to get rid of us in a way. Or acknowledge and put us in that land. So there's no way that, you know, the Lord set it up that way. You know, matter of fact, let's get one of my favorite scriptures, man. You know, it's another angle. Mark 4:11. It says, and he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mystery. All right. Because some things are mysteries. Some things are dark sayings. The name of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That we're Israelites. That's a basic mystery. You know, unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of the Most High, but unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables, that seeing they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand, least at any time they should be converted and their sins should be forgiven them. So this thing the Lord had to put a vagueness to it, because the true worshipers are going to dig and search and toil, and the Holy Spirit is going to guide them in the right direction. All right. Can you explain how all of us are in different countries, different cities, different states, and of one mind, doctrine wise? It ain't just solely because of YouTube, because the elders are not breaking down every single intricate verse in the Bible. There's certain profound breakdowns that they go over, but why are we all in unison in spirit? Okay. And people from Mississippi, people from Atlanta, people from Holland, and you can meet brothers and they're all in league, and you can't even do that in a church. You can't do that amongst your own family members. Okay. Because we're one body, one mind, under one person. That's Yahweh Shai. All right. That proves that we're Israelites. Okay. The fact that we're speaking on things that wasn't spoken on and then it manifests, that proves that we're Israelites. Okay. But you're never going to believe that because you're not an agnostic. You're you're superficial, man. You're surface. Okay. You can't think of nothing but things that are tangible. Okay. But at the same time, again, I don't believe that you are trying to truly believe. I think that you're out here to combat the Israelites, to confuse those who are coming up into this thing, to try to stop the wave of people coming in. That's why probably IUIC is a threat to him, because of the numbers. You know what I'm saying? That's why he feels he has to address somebody like them, because of the numbers. But that's beautiful, because he's not spiritual, to know that the real threat, you could say, is the real prophets, man. IUIC ain't going to amount to nothing. All right? It's just scary to the visage. Okay, but the people that's actually living a certain way, living the right way, breaking things down the right way, and having the right direction as according to the Lord's will, those are the people that you Edomites need to be worried about, man. But they will never know who is who because they have no spiritual inclination. Okay, and in low key they do, but they don't, because they know who to mess with and who not to mess with. But at the same time, because they're not spiritual enough to mess with the GMS. Let's put it plain. Okay? I believe he pulled up on GMS D-Town a long time ago, and he learned this lesson, man. He was out here looking silly. You know? But, you know, like let's end it off with the precept, and then, you know, our hope, our faith is things that are not seen. Okay? You got to have faith in this thing. This guy is trying to break your faith. All you younger guys are listening and watching and seeing him. He's trying to break your faith. That's all he's trying to do. He's trying to bring everything we say into question and to make it say like, well, oh, man, I ain't never thought of it like that. You know? That's just like when the Christians say, or the Most High, well, we say as well that the Lord created heaven and earth, all right? And then scientists, well, who created God, or who did this? And they start asking these certain questions to throw you off, okay? But we have to be a tree well-rooted into the soils of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man, okay? So 2 Peter 3:3, it says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers. And this is beautiful because you had people talking smack, people kind of got offended, but you know, now you got people coming mocking the truth, saying we're yelling at the top of our lungs, pointing out all the bad things we do, you know, can't say the bad things, but trying to, you know, clip it and edit it in a certain way so it makes it seem like we're an extreme version of what you want us to be, like we're hateful and we hate every single body and we'll stump out everybody, but yet nobody goes to jail. Nobody is like, we're the best citizens America can ask for. All right, we're the last people to do something illegal, you know, because it's against the laws of the Bible, but yet we're the largest problem. Yeah, Salakia. Yeah, man. You know, us as, you know, well, I would say younger brothers, man, you know, we got to see the wiles of the devil and the angles that they attempt to attack us through, you know, and understand that, you know, these are just ploys and honestly just, you know, ideas and concepts to break people down. But it's also a tool of education because, again, he asks, does the curses, you know, prove that we're Israelites? It's just going to make us go into, you know, a lesson and going over the comparison of what we're going through compared to what other nations is going through. Because an exception is not the rule, all right? Like the whole nation of Israel is going through these curses, all right? You go through the poverty line, you go through whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like in lump sums. It's just like symptoms, you know what I'm saying? If you got fever, itchiness, you know, feeling lightheaded, dehydrated, then you have this. But if you have a fever only, then you just got this, right? So what people like vocab will do, try to set that question up and then say, well, this nation over here is doing that. Well, this nation over here, get out of here, man. We have all the symptoms of an Israelite. The money bag with holes. The woman should have an evil eye towards her husband. Pretty much the division, the mother against father, father against mother. They of your enemy should be on your own household, you know. But we gonna go over the curses as well, man. You know, because I don't want to just fly them off right now because that's a lesson right there in itself. You know, and it's a beautiful thing. So once again, thanks to vocab for this impudent scoffing that he's executing, you know, to allow us to go into deeper edification, you know, or really to go back into certain things that, you know, we may have not went over, you know. So with that being said, you can say Carlo Yabashim Yashai, Yabashim Yashai, Bashim Kokadash Bakatham, Abaratazai. We get back into it and continue to chop these fables, man. Hey, Shalom.